Finally, I've got enough time to play some leagues. Wait, where is everyone?
Do you think he knows leagues ended months ago?
He'll figure it out soon enough.
Surely he's not stupid enough to think that...
This is Jim Wardens. He's unlocking Gillinor one region at a time by working through Trailblazer Reloaded tasks. He unlocks a new area each time he earns enough points for a league's trophy, from bronze to dragon and beyond. Will he successfully navigate all of old school RuneScape's challenges, or stumble without an arsenal of relics at his disposal? Find out on this episode of Out of My Leagues. Hello and welcome to a brand new series where I play old school RuneScape with the rules, restrictions and tasks of the Trailblazer Reloaded League. If you're anything like me, you can sometimes struggle setting yourself goals in a game as open as RuneScape. I found that during the Trailblazer Reloaded League, having a list of tasks was a great way to set myself short, medium and long-term goals. I wanted to capture that feeling by following along with that same framework inside the main game, so I set to work theory crafting how possible it was. Leagues offered us a few powerful buffs that allowed players to experience the game very quickly. Some of those are not possible to replicate in the main game, and mean I will have to make a few choices that would differ to those presented in leagues. Of course, the main difference is the lack of relics, along with the increased drop in experience rates that we had in the league. This just means I'll have to put in those extra hours and grind for the upgrades I need. There are also a few other things that could cause me some trouble along the way. When unlocking new regions in the official league, often a number of quests will be auto-completed straight away. This is a luxury I don't have. Any quests I want to complete will need all areas unlocked, skills like Herblore, Construction and Slayer may be locked behind certain regions, and achievement diaries may require other areas to complete. Now let's take a look at a couple of tweaks I've made to transfer an insane, custom, temporary game mode into the game we all know and love. First of all, I'm slightly changing the way areas are unlocked. With my end goal to unlock more than just the regions available to us in the league, I knew I needed to scale the unlocks differently. Thankfully, we already had a system to handle progress in the league. Trophies. In this instance, each time I unlock a trophy, I unlock a new region. Simple, right? Because I have access to so many regions, I will be able to quickly rack up points and work my way through the trophies. The coveted Dragon trophy suddenly doesn't seem so far away when you have most of Gillinor to play with, so I added 2 more trophies into the mix. The Crystal trophy at 75,000 points, and a far more prestigious trophy as an end goal at 100,000 points. The other issue I had was travel. Of course, I don't have access to lodestones in old school RuneScape. What kind of MMO would implement such a thing into their game and sacrifice the very core of their... I'll be allowing myself to travel through locked areas when moving from one unlocked region to the next. Of course, when traveling in a region I don't have unlocked, I will do anything I can to avoid interaction, much like real life. Once I have the means to travel via more legitimate methods, I'll be using those as much as possible. If you have any questions or comments about this series, please let me know down below, but without further ado, let's get into the first episode of Out of My Leagues. So we're officially here. The first task we can get done straight away is to open the leagues menu. So here you can see we have our leagues dashboard. We have just opened up the dashboard, which means we've got 10 points, and the next trophy will be unlocked in 2,490 points. Seems like a fair way away. We have one region unlocked, and we have completed one task, opening the dashboard. 10 league points, we have no trophies, and a total level of 32. Because we're right at the start of the league, we actually have one area to unlock, which is Karamja, so I'm going to do that now. Now we have the map open, we can just click on Karamja. And that is our first area unlocked. And if we go back to the dashboard now, we can see that that will have been updated with our new area unlock. And now we can get started completing some tasks and earning some trophies. The first thing I'm going to do is dump all of this free stuff I got from Tutorial Island in the bank, take out the small fishing net, and I'm going to first start off by going to get a load of shrimp, so we have a bit of food for the rest of the journey. We have just caught a shrimp and completed our first task. Now let's talk about goals for this video. By the end of this episode, I want to have at least 500 league points and have completed as many of the quests I can within the regions I have unlocked. Some might not be possible due to limitations, but we'll take a look at that later. For now, let's keep fishing. That's 3 fishing, and that's 4 fishing to finish off the inventory. Now we're going to go bank the fish, and we're actually going to be able to go get another task completed by cooking a few of them on the way. I can get another task right here if I cast Lumbridge Home Teleport. That is another task completed. I totally forgot that you need to do Cook's Assistant to do that. Never mind. I'm going to bank these and then come back and do that later. Oh hey, our first random event, a Quizmaster. Can you imagine if we got a stale baguette right here? To be honest, the 1,000 coins is probably more useful on this account, but we can't turn up a mystery box, can we? A diamond's actually, I'll take a diamond, that's actually not too bad. And that's 5 fishing on the account, which is our first level 5 skill, another task completed. That's 6 fishing. Okay, that's another inventory done. And I've just realised there are a few tasks that we can just knock out really quickly. The first one, right here, we can just dance in this graveyard. That is another task completed. So I can just pickpocket this guy here and that'll be another task completed. There we go. I'm going to keep going until I fail. Which, for level... Wait, what? For level... This is not... I'm not actually on the leagues with the Trickster Relic. This is literally just me getting insanely lucky. That's 10 successful pickpockets all at once. I'm going to open that so I've got a bit of cash, and I will just pickpocket once or twice more just to get the level 2 thief in here. And there we go, that's level 2 thieving. I've been thinking about this diamond, and I think I'm just going to sell it to the general store to get some starting cash. I think it'll be more useful now than it will be later on in the games. So you can see I've got this bucket highlighted here. I'm going to start the cook's assistant quest, so I'll need a bucket. I believe I need a pot as well. Cow milked. Egg stolen. One of the things I really wish I'd kept from the leagues was being able to run infinitely. I mean, this is fine, but starting at 1 agility... not the most fun. And wheat collected, now just to go grind it up. I just realised that during this quest I could get another task completed. It's a sad day when you've got no run energy. And that is the first quest completed on the account. So in the league I was part of the Production Prodigy gang. I will be very sad to see it gone. Well, I have to cook all my shrimps individually. But for you and a bit of movie magic, we will be able to do that instantly. And just like that, everything's cooked. That managed to get us up to 7 cooking, along with a couple of tasks, including using this range and cooking a shrimp. And the second inventory managed to get us 2 more tasks completed, which were to achieve our first level 10 in cooking, and also to cook 5 pieces of food in a row. 7 fishing. 8 fishing. I've just realised as well there's another task to do here if I just go into Death's Domain and speak with the big guy himself. That is another task. 12 cooking. That's 13 cooking. There's 9 fishing. 14 cooking. 15 cooking. 10 fishing. 16 cooking. 17 cooking. 11 fishing. 12 fishing. 18 cooking. 13 fishing. 2 more to go till we get anchovies. 19 cooking. And 20 cooking. That marks another task completed for our first level 20 skill. 14 fishing. 21 cooking. And that's 15 fishing, which is a big level because we can now catch anchovies, which is another task. And that's 22 cooking. And those anchovies mark another task complete. Awesome stuff. I think I'm going to move on to the mining and smithing now. So there are a few mining and smithing tasks to complete. The first is to smith some copper. Smith 10 tin is another one. And there's a few different just scaling tasks essentially. And there we go, that's a task complete. The bronze tasks end at 16 smithing with a bronze plate skirt, but I will need to go a little bit further to unlock iron so that I can start smithing that too. A big 2 mining coming in there. 3 mining, 4 mining, 5 mining. I wondered whether it was worth me doing manual mining and smithing because obviously the dig site quest is all part of Misthalin. It was only recently that I looked up that I actually need 10 herb lore for the dig site. If you don't know, herb lore is locked behind Asgarnia. There's another task. Unfortunately, I won't be able to get to Fossil Island on this account until I've unlocked Asgarnia as a region and herb lore by proxy. That's 6 mining. And my first bronze bar smithed on the account, that's another task. And that's 2 smithing. 3 smithing. And that's 4 smithing on the first inventory. 7 mining. 8 mining. 9 mining. And we actually have our second random event here with a Freaky Forester. Well, that was weird. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that is our first collection log slot on the account. 5 smithing. 6 smithing. 10 mining. 11 mining. That's 7 smithing, which means that we can now make bronze full helms, which is another task, so I'm going to make those now. And that's another task completed. 8 smithing. 12 mining. 13 mining. 9 smithing. 14 mining. 15 mining, which means we can now mine iron ore. And one thing I didn't realise is that you can actually smith an iron bar at 15 smithing as well. So we only need to get to 16 for the bronze plate skirt and then we don't have to go any further. That's 10 smithing, and I've actually started smithing bronze knives now to stack up for my range training later. 60, 70, 80, 19, 20, 21 mining, 11 smithing, 12 smithing, 13 smithing, and we have an evil Bob random. This could be really good. This could be some fishing XP if we're lucky. That's 650 fishing experience. That would have been quite nice earlier, but that gets us up to 17 fishing. It's also 100 total level, which is another task. 14 smithing. That's 15 smithing, only one more level to go until we unlock our bronze plate skirts. And with this last bronze knife, oh, one more. That is 16 smithing. And we have the perfect amount of bars. We can now make our bronze plate skirt. And that's another task. Okay, now we've got some early game skilling done. I think it's time to knock out some tasks. Kill a goblin. Open 28 coin pouches at once. Which got us to 5 thieving. Chop some logs. Burn some logs. And a man. We got some combat levels. And a yellow bead. Got a clue scroll we couldn't even start. We sheared a bunch of sheep. Not you. We spun a bunch of wool. We gave this guy all of our hard-earned wool. And got 3 crafting. We buried some bones. We stole some onions. Grabbed some berries. Grabbed some different berries. Got revenge against the Dark Wizard. We were nice to a dog. Bought a horrible looking cape, did some alchemy, but red, mixed the alchemy, made a very nice looking cape, wore the very nice looking cape, insulted a woman in her own home, cut down a potato tree, entered a spooky house, got followed by a chair, raked some weeds, got some guy to make us some rope, mined a bunch of iron, we did a quiz, we mined a bunch more iron to complete another task. Made some planks. We ran a maze. Yeah, I'll take that. Found some gold. Found some more gold. And even more gold. Right, now this is the only scary bit. It's good. It's good. Oh, not even close. As much as they look horrible, I have to go for the fancier boots. And that is another task completed. Okay, let's take a second to talk about quests. There are a few quests I can complete in my area, and I think it would be a really good head start if we just got as many of them done as we possibly could. Here's a list of quests I have available to me right now. Some of them are a little scarier than others. The only one I'm really worried about is a Soul's Bane, but I'll leave that one till last just in case. If there's any quests that I've missed, let me know down below, but in the meantime, let's get started. Romeo and Juliet, Daddy's Home completed. Misthalin Mystery completed. Restless Ghost completed. That's Rune Mysteries done. And I can get another task completed here by using the locate function on the air talisman. With those quests out of the way, I wanted to focus on getting some combat levels ready for the more difficult ones. First on the list is the Vampire Slayer quest. This will get me a lot of attack experience and make me a lot more efficient when training melee. For those of you who don't know, in the Vampire Slayer quest, using garlic increases your max hit by 1, which means things like knives that have a really fast attack speed are buffed massively compared to something with slower attack speed. I also got 10 combat here, which is another task completed. Okay, I've managed to get up to 20 range, 13 prayer and 15 hit points. I can't remember if there's a safe spot in this quest, but I'm hoping that that's enough. If not, we can always stop, get some more levels and try it again. To give myself the best fighting chance in this quest, I've bought myself some leather gloves, a leather body, and some leather boots. I'm hoping that tiny amount of ranged accuracy will really help us here. So, yeah, this is the setup I'm going with. It seems like a great idea, so let's get to it. Okay, here we are. I forgot a hammer the first time, but this time, we're all ready. I'm just taking a look around to see if there's any safe spot potential, but it doesn't look like it. Maybe the coffin, but I think I'm just going to try face tanking and see what happens. So we've got Sharp Eye. I'm going to use that prayer and just really hoping that an inventory full of shrimp is enough. Oh yeah, the garlic is really helping here. Yeah, I'm actually hitting pretty hard. I think the garlic is the one. Oh. He is doing some damage to me. Oh god. Oh god. Okay, eat. And back to attack. And we did it. That's Vampire Slayer completed with another task done. Wasn't even close. That gives us 4,825 attack experience, which puts us all the way up to level 20. And we're already at the level for mithril weaponry. So I went ahead and bought a mithril sword, and because of the levels from Vampire Slayer, I can equip it straight away for another task. A little level milestone coming in here at 200 total. And after a bit of camping in Edgeville, that's all 4 beads for Imp Catcher done. Imp Catcher completed. And our first magic levels on the account. Shield of Arav completed. Children of the Sun completed. Ernest the Chicken. So, while thinking about rune crafting, I realised that there's not going to be a very easy way to train it. I need at least level 5 runecraft before I can make any actual runes on this account. The only way I can do that, from what I gather, is to make tiaras. Tiaras only require 1 runecraft, but require a talisman per use. Now, the 3 altars I have in my regions are the Nature Altar on Karamja, the Earth Altar near the Lumberyard, and the Water Altar in Lumbridge Swamp. Of these 3, the Earth and Water seem like the most viable options. To get the Water Talisman, my best option would be to kill the level 9 wizards in the Wizard Tower just south of Draenor. The Earth Talismans, however, are an uncommon drop from men. This seems like my best option moving forward, so I'm going to head up to Edgeville and train some stats ready for Demon Slayer. "20 strength. Strength at the same time. So that is another task completed. 25 combat level, which is another task completed. And that's 20 defense. I'm now ready to gear up to fight a big demon. Let's buy ourselves a mithril full helm, mithril chain body, iron plate legs, and this is our current setup. Silverlight acquired. I'm not sure if I'm ready for one of the most intense PvM battles in the game, but let's see how we go. The worst thing about this quest is trying to drop aggro from the mages. Yeah, you can't go behind those pillars. Run for it. No, that doesn't work. And this is level 2. I'm going to die to this guy. What is going on? Yeah, go. No. Come on. Okay, so the plan is... Oh my god, I'm getting absolutely annihilated. Oh no. I was joking. Bring my bronze knives with me so I can take out any wizards there. I'm actually nervous about this now. I think I might be able to take the space here. What? This game just really doesn't want me to complete Demon Slayer. Oh no. Okay, we've got a plan for this. We know what we're doing. Like, land a hit. Oh my god. Oh, we're locked in. That's it. We're good. And that is Delrith defeated. But there we go. Demon Slayer complete. Now I've completed Demon Slayer, we only have 2 quests left to do, and you may be wondering why I've left Gertrude's cat until second to last. Well, that's because of the raw sardine you need for the quest. The only way I can get a sardine in my regions is to go to Karamja and to the charter ship stores. Travelling to Karamja is one of the few exceptions I need to make on this account, as the only way to get there initially is to either get 20 construction, which is a problem for later, or to travel by boat. Because of the exceptions I've allowed myself, I'm going to travel by ship, which means travelling on foot to Port Sarim into a locked area, something that I'd rather not do, but for this purposes, I will have to. Okay, here we go. You've just got to run through, don't talk to anyone, get on the boat, get to Karamja. 3, 2... One, please. Oh, we made it. That was terrible. Never again. Okay, I've come down here because what I want to actually try is to see if I can unlock the fight caves or fight arena, fight pit, whatever it's called, the minigame teleport that gets us down here, which would mean that we don't have to get the boat again and, yeah, go through the scary area that is Asgarnia. I can now teleport here. That is a new way of getting to Karamja unlocked, and I shouldn't have to use the boat anymore, which is really nice to hear. Okay, and this is why we're here, is to trade some charter crew members and buy ourselves a fishing rod. That's a task complete to trade with them. So I was slightly panicking just then because I made the assumption that they would sell fishing bait. Fair assumption, right? Turns out they don't. After looking it up on the wiki, you can actually get fishing bait on free-to-play worlds by killing Anku. So So I just got the left skull half in 3 kills. I've been here for like 20 minutes. So after killing 24 Anku, I figured that like 7 times the drop rate was a little bit keen. 8 times the drop rate actually. So I looked it up again, and there's a tiny little disclaimer where they only drop them in the wilderness. I'm going to go kill zombies in the Varrock sewer. There's the sardine for Gertrude's cat, and a herring, which is another task. We can get another one here if we use this herring on a tree. That's another task. And that's Gertrude's cat completed, which gets us to 24 cooking. And that's going to do it for progress in this episode. I think we've made some really good strides towards getting new areas unlocked, getting tasks completed. Let's take a look at the dashboard and see where we're at. So I think we've made some really good progress in this episode. We managed to get 660 points in total, which is 160 more than we wanted. We managed to get all but one of the quests from our list done, which is great. The last quest that we didn't manage was Soul's Bane, which when I looked at the requirements looks like it's a bit of a stretch for us at the minute, so maybe we'll get that done in an episode or two. We managed to complete 60 tasks, which in the official Trailblazer League would have been our first region unlocked, but in this case we've got a little bit of a way to go. We've not earned a trophy yet, unfortunately, but we have hit 272 total level, which is pretty good going, I would say. So thank you very much for watching. If you've got any questions about the series, let me know down below, and if you want to catch more of this content, make sure to subscribe and leave a like on the video, and until next time, have a good one.